The hit TV show of the last decade had a rather disappointing end. Game of Thrones aired from April 2011 until May 2019 with a total of 73 episodes. The show bagged 59 Emmys. Yes, 59. But still, fans and viewers were not satisfied with the final season and complained that the show left them with anything but closure. They've been grasping at theories and answers ever since. Perhaps those pleas have been answered. First up, let's talk about spin-offs. The fantasy fans may have just met their saving graces. The potential spin-offs from the Game of Thrones are just in the works and just waiting for their green lights. We have House of Dragon, a prequel based on 200 years prior to the Game of Thrones timelines. That's not it though. We have another spin-off revolving around Jon Snow, one of the main characters from the show, who in a twist of events was revealed to be Aegon Targaryen, heir to the Iron Throne. As it turns out, Jon Snow may know nothing, but Kit Harington sure knows a lot. Kit Harington is reportedly the only character from Game of Thrones franchise to have a sequel in the pipeline. The actor is also responsible for making the show happen. Martin confirmed in a blog post that it was in fact Kit Harington himself who proposed the idea of the spin-off, Snow. The show will quite obviously follow Kit Harington playing Jon Snow and other characters that have yet to be made public. But it sounded like Martin is quite confident about this new project, and Kit Harington is helping bring people in and making this thing happen. Are you excited? Personally, we can't wait for the mountain terrain and the snow to hit. Winter is here. Or perhaps we don't recycle old lines. Anyway, all these talks of spin-offs and the Game of Thrones legacy living on have fans divided. The underwhelming finale of the hit show already had their hopes crushed, and quite frankly, they don't know what to expect anymore. Or perhaps, like us, they're just too scared to hope. Next, we have a quite interesting this or that for you. House of Dragon or Jon Snow? Now, what's interesting is that fans are confused. Some would say they're even more divided than before. The question is, what do the viewers want? House of Dragon or Snow? What do you want to see? The prequel or the sequel? Recently, a major media outlet, Radio Times, took to Twitter and gave their audience a poll. Dragons or Snow? It was a close call, but it seems the prequel, House of Dragon, won the race by 7%. Now, we realize this isn't the most reliable of ways to generate accurate results, but it still gives us a pretty good idea of what's happening. As much as the fans want to see what happens next, the immediacy of Dragons, it's airing in August 2022, has the fans intrigued. The promise of the show going back to its integral theme and the stories that shaped the Game of Thrones. Up next, let's dig deeper into the House of Dragons. The House of Dragons is based on Martin's book, Fire and Blood, and the show itself is created by Ryan J. Condal and Martin. It features the stories surrounding the beginning of the end for the House of Targaryen, the decline and the doom that follows, which centuries later result in the Mad King, Daenerys, I Targaryen, and the events we saw on Game of Thrones. What do we know about the cast of this show? We know Martin is pretty confident and claims that Ryan not only made good choices with the story, but perhaps made it better as well. Now that the writing part is covered, let's talk about actors. We have some big names in this list. Patty Considine, that you know from the Outsider series of 2020, Olivia Cooke, that you may remember for her role in Ready Player One in 2018, Emma Darcy from Truth Seekers, Matt Smith from the hit series Doctor Who, and many more talented actors and actresses have come together to work in this. It's safe to say that we can't wait for these powerhouses to share the screen. So mark your calendars, because the first season of House of Dragons airs on the 21st of August this year with reportedly 10 episodes. Moving on to the sequel, Jon Snow, or as the working title goes, Snow. Kit Harington's character, Jon Snow, has already been brought back from the dead once. Let's jog your memory. In the Game of Thrones finale of 2019, Jon Snow, or Aegon Targaryen, was exiled from Westeros and was banished to the ice-cold and forbidding north. Fans have mixed reviews about the show. Perhaps it's the remnants of bitterness from the finale, but the mixed remarks of this spin-off is quite evident. One fan even went ahead on Reddit saying they can just redo the final season and all will be forgiven. The producers get to make money and the viewers are finally allowed to put Game of Thrones to bed. Well, he isn't wrong, is he? We wouldn't be completely opposed to a better and bigger final season. But whatever the viewers may think right now, Martin has confirmed the working on Snow and has allegedly signed an 8-figure deal with HBO in order to curate these stories within and beyond the scope of Game of Thrones. Some fans are concerned what's there left for Jon Snow to do. They aren't wrong, because the finale showed the Night King dying and the main characters going on their separate journeys. We don't know about you guys, but we won't put anything past these writers. They can spin and create something spectacular indeed. We can't wait to see what they have in store for us. And that's not all. We have more stuff coming for you. In other news, first up, not all spin-offs take off. Did you know that Jon Snow and House of Dragons aren't the only spin-off under development right now? That's right. It seems as if the producers are just not ready to bid farewell to the Game of Thrones franchise just yet. There are a number of other spin-offs that may be be rising their heads or making headlines pretty soon. Fun stuff, are we right? But you shouldn't get too attached so fast, because apparently a few of these spin-offs were burning before they took flight. Damn. What we know so far is Blood Moon, another prequel, was set to tell the story of the Long Night. The plot was based on a timeline 8,000 years ago during the time of the Age of Heroes, but they didn't sign off on its production and the idea was wrapped up quickly. That's what HBO has decided. They're going to pull the plug on any project that doesn't seem worth it. But man, it would have been cool to see what went down during the Long Night. Next, George R.R. Martin talks more potential spin-offs. Martin name-dropped 3 other potential Game of Thrones spin-offs. What's going on? It's like we've got spin-offs coming out of our ears. But hey, you won't catch us complaining. The more the merrier. All we ask is that they make it fun. Although Martin did clarify that none of these have been approved or well confirmed yet, they're still talking about it, so let's keep an open mind and not get too attached. The Hedge Knight, the Sea Snake, and 10,000 Ships were the 3 other spin-offs in the works as disclosed by dear old Martin. All of these essentially would be a new angle on the Game of Thrones universe, but even as Martin mentioned these, he stressed that the possibility of all 3 pilots, or as we know it, all 4 shows, Snow, the Hedge Knight, the Sea Snake, and 10,000 Ships getting picked up was unlikely. And we quote, "That's the way the business works." Anyway, we'll let them do their jobs while we do ours. At this stage, what's important is what you guys want. Lastly, do we want an Arya Stark spinoff? What you guys may not realize is the amount of power all of you hold. You, the viewers. So let's do some digging and check what the audience wants to see, because at the end of the day, that's all it comes down to. So far, there have been mixed reactions. We've seen tweets begging HBO and the producers to simply let Game of Thrones franchise die. Jeez. Well, we've also seen comments that these spin-offs are simply a way to make up for the finale. Amidst the mixed reviews, the outpour of love for Jon Snow and the Game of Thrones universe, fans really want to see an Arya Stark sequel. However, when the actor who played Arya Stark, Maisie Williams, was questioned about a potential spin-off, she refrained from giving a definitive answer. To quote, "It has to be the right place and the right people. It has to be right for me." Now that's a wrap for this video. Tell us, have you forgiven the Game of Thrones universe for that finale, or are you among the minority that thinks there's nothing to forgive? Which spin-off are you most excited for? Let us know in the comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.